puppies, and I was wearing a tight dress, and uh, this woman asked me, when's the baby due? And the funny thing about this is that I'm not pregnant. So, woman's worst nightmare. Um, wasn't too bad, really. Not a great way to start a tour in which I would be half clothed. Um, but, I mean, luckily I was doing belly dancing. So, yeah, so that was good. So I started my tour, and I was very, very nervous at the beginning. I did need a couple of drinks of alcohol, and I don't normally drink. Um, but I got pretty loose towards the end of it. Um, I did a bit more burlesque style dancing. I suppose I am a little bit of an exhibitionist in some ways. And yeah, that was in front of a crowd of maybe 1,000 or so people, and it was interesting. It was an interesting reaction. A lot of people loved my little show, um, my little show that, you know, my side show to the Mad Professor, who is amazing person and musician. Um, but yeah, my show, yeah, most people thought it was it was lovely, and gave me a few hoots and things. But there were some people that I think were a little bit put off almost by it, maybe. Um, so yeah, I did this little bit of a burlesque style, and it was in front of maybe 1,000 people, and yeah, I got some hoots at the end, maybe 4 or 5 hoots or whistles. Um, but you know, when you're in that kind of environment, you're not really expected um, to, I suppose, be the main attraction, because obviously I was, it was the Mad Professor's show, so it wasn't my show. Um, yeah, and then we got to Melbourne. I saw some beautiful sights of Australia as well. Just the actual travelling was beautiful, things that I wouldn't normally do. Since I've been back in Melbourne, I haven't really done all that much, apart from organise my life for the next 6 months. Yeah, I got back into Melbourne and did the last show, and I just really went off. I started to get into the spiritual side of the dance, really connecting with myself, and just letting loose. And I just felt like that was my best show. That was, really going to the level that I wanted it to go to. And I was outside, and luckily I was wearing a hat, so people couldn't really see who I was. And I was outside, and this lady said, "Oh yeah, yeah, it was a good show, but that belly dancer, that was just wrong." And I am a bit wrong. I do things that are a bit wrong. Everyone's got an opinion, and she had an opinion, and that's all right. Then, you know, my the person who'd been doing some singing with in the tour said the dancer's just standing right there, and um, and then she got really embarrassed, I think, and started smoking. Yeah, so yeah, it finished off with, it started with being awkward and a bit wrong, and it finished with being awkward and a bit wrong. But on the whole, it was full of love, and that's the most important thing. Um, and you know, I suppose how I would compare my dance at the end would be similar to when Mark dances at Rainbow Rhythms from Mark from Peep Show. So, so yeah, so that's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is mine.